Hi, I'm John Schroeder, and welcome to another in our series of Casey Clips. Viewers of our video channel asked that we do a segment on chronic pain and how to get relief from it. Almost 70% of Casey's psychic readings were for illness, injury, and how to heal them. First, it's important to clarify the purpose behind any injury or illness. We attract them through our less than loving thoughts, words, and actions. This occurs because of the law of karma, where we reap what we sow. However, our suffering is intended to catch our attention so that we can learn, not simply be punished. In other words, suffering alone does not relieve us of our karmic debt. It is only through learning how not to make those same mistakes again that we pay back our karmic debts. So what does all that have to do with chronic pain? The pain in our body is helping us to focus on the specific area of our lives that needs healing. An easy way to relate the illnesses in our body to the places in our soul that need improvement is to think of myopic vision. Both the mind and the body need a wider view of things. Another would be neck pain. If we experience pain in our neck, chances are good that we are being exactly that to others in how we treat them. Not all chronic pains we suffer are that easy to relate to the cause, but hopefully you get the idea that our pain is rooted in a thought pattern we need to heal. A great way to connect our pain with the lessons we need to learn can be found in Louise L. Hay's book entitled Heal Your Body. It mostly consists of a glossary that goes through parts of the body and various illnesses. It then identifies one or more of the typical root causes behind them. The next step is to take action on healing both the mind and the body. Another Louise Hay book to help you do that is entitled You Can Heal Your Life. It's usually not enough to simply identify the cause and effect of our pain. Since the pain is with us to draw attention to the things that need healing, this book offers step-by-step instructions on how to do that from a metaphysical perspective. Edgar Cayce's psychic readings offer many ways to heal our physical maladies as well as our spiritual ones. Visit their website at www.edgarcayce.org for more information on obtaining the specific readings on whatever is ailing you. After all that, I will say that one of the best ways to heal ourselves is through meditation. Remember that prayer is talking to God, while meditation is listening to what God shares with us. That especially includes the answers to the sincere questions we ask, like, how do I find relief from this chronic pain? A friend of mine suffered from migraine headaches for a number of years, and the medical doctors could only offer painkillers for temporary relief. The intense migraines persisted, and the woman said she was about at the end of her rope. She tried meditation, but didn't trust that she was able to make such a connection. Finally, she heard of a local psychic who channeled a medical doctor from the other side. She went for a reading from the medium channeling the doctor and followed the advice given. Her relief started the first day and continued to improve each day afterward. She was so thankful that after years of suffering, she had found a psychic who channeled the answers she needed. I asked my friend how different the advice she received in meditation, that she hadn't trusted, was from that which was channeled information she was given from the psychic. It took her a second to think back, but she admitted that there was not much difference between the two methods of healing she'd received. So either method worked for her, but she didn't trust her own intuitive guidance. We could say that it didn't matter, but the woman suffered for an additional 2 years between the time she received her own guidance and that of the channeled source. That's a lot of suffering she didn't have to go through if she had trusted that God would work with her in any way she wanted to be healed. Here's a final point to keep in mind when it comes to asking to be healed of any illness, addiction, or injury. In meditation, reflect on the following question. If I was immediately healed, what would I do differently with my life? Remember that the chronic pain appeared because we were not headed in the right direction. It is important to specifically choose how we will change our behavior in a good way that ensures that we have learned the lesson that brought about our pain in the first place. That's it for this edition of Casey Clips. A viewer asked that we produce a short video on dreams, and specifically dream interpretation. So that will be the subject of our next Casey Clips video. Until then, as always, remember that God loves you with an everlasting love.